Welcome to my Battleforge replay. Today we're going to be doing Encounters with Twilight on Expert with a twist. We will be using a ChatGPT deck. I wrote it a pretty in-depth query, and this is what it gave. Gave me Windweavers, Werebeasts, Surge of Light, Ensnaring Roots. Pretty solid deck. Gave me Embalmer Shrine. Odd choice for tier 1. I won't even be able to play it. Same with Night Guard. Good card, but not useful for tier 1. Going to tier 2, we have Breeding Grounds. Solid card. Okay, I can see it being useful. Now we have Parasite Swarm. This is a great choice for Encounters with Twilight because of the Vile Bloods. Curse of Oink, great card in general. We have Creeping Paralysis, amazing card, especially since we have 2 Nature Orbs. And then Unholy Power. What's the use of this card? Not for tier 2. I'll probably have to skip that. Next, we have Mutating Frenzy. This card just can't be used. Necroblaster, great choice. Very useful for defending against the waves on tier 3. Fallen Sky Elf, not that useful for tier 3. Tier 4, very good against the boss. Frenetic, it comes too late to be of any use in the game. Necrofury, great choice against the Wrathgazer. And Unholy Hero, a fantastic choice combined with Necrofury and Fallen Sky Elf. Now keep in mind, the Wrathgazer does have 60,000 hit points, so you can't one-shot it. But that won't stop us now. Welcome to the game. And we're just going to start off with a typical nature start. Just a bunch of Windweavers. Attack move there. And the plan is to go for 1 Nature Orb, 2 Nature Orb, and then the rest Shadow. Should give us a pretty good and pretty fast start and play through this. And I'm saving my power to take this well, which should be a small improvement, small optimization. Took that. Let's see if I can attract the wave to come. Beautiful. The wave is coming. And we'll just dispatch these guys pretty handily. All of Rogan's troops have died. Disappointing. But that's fun. Anyways, it took quite a few tries to get the ChatGPT to give me an appropriate deck. Oftentimes it would just make up cards. One of my favorites is called Magma Shield. And oftentimes it'll just forget that an affinity doesn't exist. Or it basically has no concept of orbs and progression. One of my earliest attempts, it listed just a ton of tier 1 cards for tier 1 through 4. One cool thing is that you can tell it to look on specific websites. Keep in mind, I'm using Microsoft's Bing Chat as opposed to the more traditional ChatGPT. And I found it works quite nicely. Use it all the time for work, and I really love being able to search online with it. One thing to note, server restarts coming up, but this won't take that long. Okay, Windweaver's taking a great chance. The Werebeasts tank the hags quite nicely, so we probably won't even need healing spells. I don't need my Werebeasts, but they'll live anyways. Maybe. Yep, they are alive. Let's get rid of the weak units. It's far cheaper to kill them. Actually, I don't need to kill any of them. At this point, my primary unit will be to build Parasite Swarms. I won't even use Breeding Grounds, probably. And this will give me a great place to start. Once I have 4 Vile Bloods, I should be able to take the final count. I might take a few Whisperers as well, but obviously Vile Blood has higher priority.
It's explosive. Pull back. Move back when these ones fall.
Okay, the Vile Blood has left, so we're just going to capture
Ambush.
a Whisperer. Ooh, that's bad. Unfortunate, we lost to the Whisper and the Vile Blood is back. We're gonna let Rogan tank for us. Rogan and his friends. While the Parasite Swarm... Oh, I also need more power. So Rogan is not gonna kill the Vile Blood. Send in the army. I'm gonna have this guy heal immediately. I'd rather have him heal right now than anything else. And the reality is, this deck has been pretty good, and it'll be a pretty typical encounters with Twilight map or playthrough. Alright, we can call in the Vile Blood now. Send another Parasite Swarm. Interesting. I was not expecting to see that Twilight Whisperer come from this side. Ooh, that's bad. Twilight Whispers are one of the most annoying units in this game. They have stopped many Batarial decks, I'm sure. Anyways, there are 2 Vile Bloods. I need to get another Parasite Swarm up ASAP. But we're in pretty good hands. Good. Just gonna have the whole army march into the camp. No need to micro or anything. Just keep these guys safe from the Whispers. Beautiful. I didn't even intend to get the Vile Blood in there. And the Whisperer is down. Unfortunate loss. One of the biggest worries I have is aggroing stuff over there before I'm ready to take it on. And get the gold chests. Yeah, I'm really pleased with this deck it's given me. Alright. Let's keep those guys away. And because there's Twilight Devastators there, I only need so many Vile Bloods. I will keep capturing them, but ultimately I don't need that many. The plan is to take those 2 Devastators. Hence the 2 Parasite Swarms. Vile Blood is coming up at any moment though, so I'm going to wait for that. Well, I was expecting to see that. Yeah. In fact, they were just able to stun both of them. Okay, let's just go for it now. Okay. And now they're coming. Come on. Alright, that's too late. That was sloppier than I had hoped. Oh well, it's fine. Anyways, the plan is to keep this army up to tier 4. The Twilight Vilebloods will make great bait for the Wrathgazer and help me shrink or take some of the damage from the Wrathgazer instead of on the Necrofuries. We seem to have enough power, so I will go ahead and take tier 3. And I don't know if anyone's ever died to those extra Twilight crawlers at the end there.
Heard other refugees gather near the city Hope.
Do not be startled. I am Viridia, a Skylord like you.
Anyways, our first Shadow Orb.
My spirit
Finally, time to start using those shadow
Mortals
cards
cannot hear us.
and heal up our units a bit.
We must aid the mortals against this Twilight curse. We've agreed
There's probably
to
not
ally
much
with
reason to
the city
keep
Hope.
more than one
Then
archer
we will
around,
beginning.
especially compared
We need
to
to help these humans
using a
pass through the
Necroblaster.
town to the north and across the old barrier.
Well, I will anyways. Stagger
Be
them.
wary. This area
Normally
swarms
they
with
all
infected.
die though.
On the hill to the south is an army screaming stone. Using it will provoke the remaining infected to attack.
Let's get some Necroblasters out.
Either forge a strong army and attack the Twilight creatures to the north, or build a solid defense, then call them to you the Screaming Stone. The choice is yours.
And now we wait a bit. The plan is to call in the Twilight as soon as I can. I'm going to kill the first Twilight Hulk with my army, and that will feed the Necroblasters until I'm done. A little late in the timing for tier 3. Okay, good. And let's get the next one up. We are going to stop that. Good. And it's time to call.
The Screaming Stone has been invoked. Prepare yourself. Soon they will come. All of them.
Is that enough? I sure hope so. My plan is to keep these guys alive for a bit longer than that. Looks like I'm struggling a bit to keep the necroblasters fed. But they're just fine. Walls can tank. There's roots. And Rogan is helping. This is a good time to... I'm not quite ready to spawn my wood weavers. The reason I would spawn them is my Biobloods do not have ground presence. Good.
Impressive.
Done.
I never thought you could defend against such an onslaught.
And we'll make a beeline to tier 4. And use the rest of our shadow cards. We can delete that too. And like I said before, we do not have ground presence. So I'm going to start building the breeding grounds right now, because it takes an extra bit of time to build it in the middle of, without any nearby wells.
He's consuming the spirits of the dead.
And may as well just collect some chests.
Send in melee troops to occupy the creature and stop any spirits from reaching him.
Shadow. Don't need Windweavers anymore. Send them to the building to heal up. And we should be good to finish. The plan is to build 3 Necro Furies. We're going to use Unholy Hero on one of them, Fallen Sky Elf on this Central Beast, because as I mentioned, 62,000. And that means Necro Fury with Unholy Hero, that's like having 3 of them. So that's 5,000. Which means, well actually 3,000. So roughly 5,000 per Necro Fury with their XL bonus. So it's 15,000 plus 2 more, 25,000. And then this will increase damage not just 100% but 200%. And that will be just enough to kill this thing as fast as possible. Anyways, I'm actually really happy with this deck. I think it's kind of a fluke though. I've not seen it regularly give good decks in practice.
Move in.
But this is a great combination. Let's put that in there. Done.
Fine work. You, my
Just
friend,
like
show
that.
promise.
Encounters with Twilight.
The monster is defeated. Let's get our sorry behind
now-
on the double.
Now we'll watch Rogan walk off into the sunset.
He makes it sound easy.
Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, like, share, and subscribe. And have a good night.